Okay, if you want to hear the idea for the greatest sitcom ever, okay, there's this guy, and he's getting married to this girl, and his best friend's gonna be the best man, right? But at the wedding, don't ask any questions, the priest accidentally marries the best man and the woman together. And the only way the original groom can get back with his wife, with the girl he was gonna marry, is to become their butler. And the tagline for the show is, what happens when love is waiting the tables? This sitcom is gonna star Judge Reinhold and 1987 Celtic Robert Parrish.
I'm not gonna lie, that's an awesome idea.
Yeah?
But can I point out something really funny?
What?
You have powdered donut all over your crotch.
No! Don't look! It's just spreading worse! Damn you, Krispy Kreme! So do I have a hit, Dave?
Doesn't it look cool like that?
Add Scott Baio.
Yeah.
Scott Baio.
And Steve Gutenberg.
He's got to play the police chief. For some reason, there will be a police chief, and he'll go, Gutenberg! Like that.
Gutenberg! Wait, who did he play? What was his name in Police Academy?
Mahoney?
Mahoney.
So, tell me about Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad.
Let's get this on camera.
I remember very little of the movie, actually. A couple scenes that do stand out. One, the police officer peeing on him when he was...
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, you know, because he's a ghost.
Man, that movie was a little more risque than I remember.
You know, Bill Cosby, he's a ghost, and the cop stops on the side of the road, and Bill Cosby asks him to help him. Well, it turns out the cop pisses all over Bill Cosby.
Wasn't this a PG feature? They could get away with defecation in a PG
Scene
movie?
Two, the son, for show and tell, traps himself in a trunk, and he can't get the key.
I remember that, yeah.
Trunk in his mouth, and he drops it. When Bill comes,
Ghost Dad helps him.
helps him out, and he lifts the crate and saves his son. And there was one other scene I remember.
Hold on, Mark's awoken from his hibernation. What do you think about Ghost Dad, Mark?
I really like Ghost Dad.
What was your favorite scene in Ghost Dad?
You don't like Ghost Dad.
I'm serious. What's when he's like on a bridge or something, and something comes at him. I think it's like a
And the
truck.
cop pisses on him?
I
already said
don't
that.
remember the no. Like when it goes right through him, and he's a ghost, and he's like.
Oh yeah, the first time the car goes through him, and that was one of the the trailer clips, I
The
think.
third part I remember, now that he's brought that to attention, yes, I do remember that. But then I really remember the son, the same son of a bitch who trapped himself in the trunk. He leaves one of his roller skates on the steps, and the older sister trips and falls and dies, and she becomes a ghost too.
That's sad. Like death
Very
is
sad.
like Ghost Dad trivialized death.
And then, I don't remember the end, but I do believe that Bill Cosby then brings his daughter back to life, and then somehow in the process saves him. No, everyone does.
I loved it. Wait. He hated Ghost Dad?
Piece of cinematic and crap.
And I believe at the end,
We're lynching Dan Empson.
I believe that at the end of the film, they both are alive again, and everyone lives happily ever after.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
You know, like I was saying before you guys went out there, I don't remember if this scene exists in the movie, but it should have, if it didn't, where Ghost Dad, I mean this is pure Hollywood brilliance, where Ghost Dad goes into the body of somebody else and possesses them. That, I don't think nobody's ever done that in film. Randy?
Let's put it on the record that Ghost Dad trivialized death and possession.
Exactly, and you know, I mean, if Ghost Dad has taught me anything, it's that when I die, I'm not really dead. I mean, I can still save myself.
Life
my
continues
family.
as normal and
Yeah.
with wacky hijinks.
And if I ever decide, you know what, I don't feel like being dead anymore, I can be alive again. You know.
So who is the villain in Ghost Dad? Do you remember that?
Do you ever think that like 40 years from now they're gonna look back at those horrible movies made in the 80s and like find the real like meaning
of life?
behind them? And it's like, wow, that makes a lot of sense now.
I remember me and a friend were talking about how it would be great if the world like disintegrated, and the only thing left was a copy of Steel starring Shaq, and like they had to rebuild society with the Shaquille O'Neal classic Steel. Not even Kazam. Kazam was the more commercial of the two, if you think about it.